Touring colleges with your kid at 16 is a tad pretentious, don't you think? Nobody's televising your son's soccer games against Holy Cross Prep. No offense. Now, if your daughter goes full jihad on that Algerian boxer's face, that would be a different case. Heartbeat ho, you're welcome. Holla! We got some giant camel toe, Harris bashing around the bend. Holla! Heartbeat ho, thank you very much. Mel Brooks did a parody of The Last Supper. Yet the world didn't have a collective meltdown over it. Granted, he didn't cast a fat yenta from Dix Hills to play Jesus. How long did that casting call last? Too skinny, too skinny. Is that cream cheese under your armpit? Sold. Russia invades the Ukraine. No Olympics for you. Hamas invades Israel. Palestine is in. All the coins you could eat. Free baguettes for life. Pesky Jews are standing in the way of Sharia law again. Russia invades the Ukraine. No Olympics for you. But Palestinian athletes get to fence in beekeeper outfits, which isn't a radical departure for the housewives of Gaza. Swatting away lunges is nothing new for the child wives of the West Bank. Fencing enthusiasts. Snoop Dogg shot a porno about that once. He called it nothing but a bee sting. Baby! Heartbeat ho. Holla! Has anyone tried Snoop Dogg's wine? Anyone tried Snoop Dogg's Cabernet? According to Wine Advocate, it tastes like ashy mouthwash used in porn hood hell. Heartbeat ho. Holla! Thank you very much. Israeli athletes were denied the right to wear yellow ribbons in honor of those kidnapped, tortured, and burned to death by Hamas. But the Olympics aren't political, and Adidas unleashing a sneaker line this year in the Palestinian flag colors in honor of the 72 games in Munich, which is equal to the number of promised virgins in Allah's gangsta paradise, was just a freak occurrence. Intentionally insightful. Holla! Thank you very much. Shouldn't the U.S. be banned from the Olympics for keeping the war alive in the Ukraine? If 500,000 dead Ukrainians is winning, then Trump is allergic to high-end trim. And Zelensky is not Jewish. He had two of his kids baptized. So calling Zelensky Jewish is like calling Hamas Jewish. 500 billion later, whatever that fucking amount is at this point, 150 billion. You think Zelensky could spring for a new shirt. Now I know why they call them army fatigues. How do they even have any athletes left to field the Olympics in the first place? Intentionally insightful. Holla! Fuck you, Azov Nazis. Thank you very much. LeBron, Curry, and Durant, voice of the Millennial Musketeer generation. Assuming he was heralded as the voice of the new mumblecore movement, if the Duplass brothers thought he had a speck of personality worthy to blow $8 million on an independent film in his honor. Holla! Intentionally insightful. Thank you very much. LeBron, Curry, and Durant recreating the famous pick of Magic, Bird, and MJ from the original Dream Team is a reason to never take the NBA seriously again, especially when Greek the Freak and the Serbian Nationalist are the new big dogs in town. Trying to recreate that iconic moment feels more forced, wrong, off than forcing puberty blockers on a young MJ before his Highness bloomed under his fruit of the looms. Rodney lives running on shtick to the end of time. Holla! Intentionally insightful. Thank you very much. How does the Secret Service have a Secret Service director in the first place? I thought the Secret Service was a flat organizational structure like Brittany Griner's torso. Intentionally insightful. Holla! Milton Berle lives. Thank you very much. My name is Michael Korn Bluth. Bluth with a K. My name is Michael Kornbluth. It's a mouthful, I know. Kim Kardashian can't wrap her mouth around it. Intentionally insightful. Holla! Thank you very much. MJ admitting to drinking alcohol during the Last Dance doc is fucking weird. That's like Barkley admitting to Bernie over a tomahawk for two of Maestros that he's taking time release Adderall now to pass the bar before Kim Kardashian does. Kim Kardashian wants to become a social justice lawyer now. Social justice lawyers are so hot right now. Bruce Jenner wasn't asexual when he was married to Chris, but I bet he stayed aroused longer after he convinced Kris Jenner to cut her hair short. So she'd look like a dolled up Ralph Macchio. Cobra Kai lives. Holla! Cobra Kai forevermore. Thank you very much. Stop saying Queens is hot. It's not. Compared to Manhattan and Brooklyn, Queens is the sloppy third Kardashian sister. You know, the extra greasy one who's easy to pound at 3 in the morning like a lamb gyro in Astoria. Playing basketball with my brother in Queens got scary real fast. About 13 years ago, suddenly a group of brothers show up in white beaters and cut off jean shorts, looking like they got dressed up for Coolio Appreciation Day. Next, the leader of the Gangster Paradise Coalition yells in our direction, "Yo! Blacks versus whites!" My asshole tenses immediately. I whisper to my brother, "Yikes, this basketball court just turned into a prison yard scene real fast. We better start looking around for some neo-Nazis to protect us." We didn't watch every single episode of Oz for nothing. My son scolds himself with a glue gun. And I say, "Look, now you got your own 50 Cent story." He says, "Who's 50 Cent?" And I say, "A vitamin water mogul who lives in Greenwich, Connecticut, who can take a bunch of shots but not show any wear and tear at the club." This is an impression of my daughter playing the role of marriage counselor again. Pause, Daddy. Mama got your point mid-breath. Plus, you're louder than Busta Rhymes at a midnight showing of Higher Learning. Land is so scarce in Israel, funeral homes are now offering the option to be buried on top of your wife. It's a 2-for-1 deal. Funeral directors are pitching. So you go down on your wife one last time. You can't afford not to, unless you want to come out as a full-blown fagala. Holla! Intentionally insightful. Thank you very much. WNBA vets give Caitlin Clark the cold shoulder. Who cares? What words of wisdom is Caitlin Clark missing out on? Exactly. Box in, dick out, fishy elbows coming. Holla! Intentionally insightful. Thank you very much. There's no way Kamala Harris's neutered nincompoop of a husband has the balls to deliver the You can't win speech that Adrian gives Rocky in Rocky 4. What would he say? What's your campaign slogan? Beyonce's less talented sister is all right. Make the camel toe look great again. You're less likable than King Joffrey. Holla! Heartbeat ho, thank you very much. The media pushing Kamala Harris down our throat is like Vince McMahon trying to push Virgil down our throat in the 90s as someone with legitimate standalone drawing power. After breaking free from the $1 million man and nobody is buying it. Holla! Intentionally insightful. Thank you very much. Kamala Mania is sweeping the nation. If she started tearing off her shirt at campaign rallies and told all the dreamers at the border to do their prayers and to pick up the pace, andale, andale, arriba, arriba, and started telling all the dreamers are taking all their vitamins, all the COVID boosters included, maybe borderline ho, holla, thank you very much. Borderline ho, heartbeat ho, what's the difference? Hillary, hammer time cankle strikes again, thank you very much. Kamala Harris is the heartbeat of hope. Two tits, a hole, and a heartbeat are more like it, especially after cadaver stiff, truly tasteless jokes live. Holla! Now that's great. Corbett is great. Thank you very much. Disinformation litmus test. Dr. Fauci, aka Dr. Noki, has forced more bad shots throughout his career than the Mamba Kobe Bryant. How is voter ID racist? How else can we tell MS-13 apart with all that shit on their face? Voter ID is racist because Homeland Security was so weapons of mass destruction years. 20,000 career points, a higher scoring and rebound average than James Big Game Worthy, and the traffic jammer, otherwise known as Tom Chambers, is still not in the Basketball Hall of Fame. White privilege? My ass. Intentionally insightful. Holla, thank you very much. I have no respect for the internet because I can't find a throwback home Phoenix Suns jersey for Tom Chambers. Can someone invent a website called Ups for Whitey? Go.com. Holla! Intentionally insightful. Thank you very much. Kevin Hart doesn't think that Jokic, the Serbian nationalist, winning another MVP is a good look for the NBA. I don't think Kevin Hart makes a good spokesperson for the Chase Freedom Card. He can't do a commercial for Chase without Puff giving him the green light first. Hip hop gay mafia rules everything around us. Fendi purses rock, y'all. Holla! Intentionally insightful. Thank you very much. I don't like songs by the band Chicago anymore. How can I go on? How can I go on? Request an older reflexologist with a clear head because you know she wasn't yanked off the boat yesterday. How can I go on? Flex it on the subway for old time's sake and see if you can get lucky. Holla! How can I go on? Flirt with skinnier, hotter women for a change who submit sexy slang words to Urban Dictionary with their equally hot friends after getting home from the club. Gag-tastic adjective. Blowjobs Good enough to make a grown man cry. Gagtastic love. Holla! Thank you very much. For 20 years, New Yorkers, all the victims of 9/11, all the families, all they've been thinking about is final verdict, guilty, death penalty. What's the final verdict? You're off the hook. Signed by Death to America Democrats. Intentionally insightful. Holla! Thank you very much.